President Caw, I have the honor to report that there are now present members of the graduating class, the staff, and the faculty of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York, the governing bodies of the City of New York and the State of New York, all gathered to participate in these, the 57th commencement exercises of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 57th commencement exercises of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York. Under the direction of Dr. Stephen Dalkey, Hulangan Soji Nanlan Found, Gabriela Torres, Shayna Lee, Sudina Gay will lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Will everyone please stand?
Ready?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The audience will please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York, Dr. Diane B. Caw.
Good morning.
Buenos días. Subh
San.
Subhakar. Bon matin. Namaskar. Annyeonghaseyo.
E buongiorno. Thank you. Welcome to this, the 57th commencement exercises of our college. On this very special day, we celebrate the accomplishments of our students who will receive degrees. And you all do look amazing and relatively dry. This morning, you will be official graduates of Queensborough. Welcome to your family and friends, to our elected officials, to representatives of the CUNY Board of Trustees and the Chancellery, the Queensborough Community College Fund, and the incredible, talented faculty and staff who played such an important part of your lives at the college. This year, over 2,300 students will graduate from Queensborough. Some will go on to university study. Our graduates have applied to colleges across the country, and they will choose to study at extraordinary schools, including CUNY's outstanding senior colleges, Queens, right? Baruch, Brooklyn, York, Hunter, John Jay, the City College, New York City Technical College, Lehman, College of Staten Island, and the School for Professional Studies. Some of our graduates are going to SUNY schools, Stony Brook, SUNY Downstate Medical, Buffalo, Cortland, Albany, Old Westbury, Oneonta, FIT, Purchase, and Binghamton. Some of our graduates will attend a private college, including NYU, Columbia, Hofstra, St. John's, Adelphi, Penn State, Fordham, CW Post, Drexel, Johns Hopkins, Cornell, George Washington, St. Francis, and Vanderbilt, among others. Some of you will graduate from rigorous career programs which have prepared you to work in the health, business, and technology fields. You came to Queensborough from all parts of the world, representing over 127 countries of birth, with 78 native languages represented. Each of you has a personal story of courage, determination, and sacrifice to achieve the dream of a better life for you and your family through education. And all of us salute your accomplishments. Among you are military veterans who served our country with honor and who sacrificed, along with their families, to protect our way of life. Will our veteran graduates please rise? William Carpio, Shanine Festus, Tamira Gregg, Germanus Guerrero, Joseph Johnson, Kelvin Lopez, Anthony Manzo, Marlene Porter, Davisha Taylor, and Michael Shue, as well as all others in the audience who have served our country. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. As graduates, you leave with knowledge, new and advanced skills, and most of all, with personal values developed through the journey which took you to this very special day. Your experiences have changed you. Interactions with one another, with strangers who became friends, and with faculty and staff who became mentors, all influenced your life. And now, you're going to apply your knowledge and your skills, and most of all, the values you hold to better your life and that of others. This is your day, and many people have come to bring greetings. I'd like to please join me in welcoming the Honorable Toby Ann Stavisky, New York State Senator and Ranking Member on the New York State Senate Higher Education Committee. Senator Stavisky has been tireless in her work with fellow legislators, Democrats and Republicans, to maintain access to affordable and high-quality education for all who seek it. Senator Stavisky.
Thank you, President Caw, and honored guests, but most importantly, students and your families. Abraham Lincoln once said, "If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 hours sharpening my axe." And that's what you've been doing for the last 2 years. You've been sharpening your skills, you're studying and learning, and now you're ready to go at the tree. As I look around, I see that you have come to the United States from all over the world, and we are happy you are here. We welcome you. We are a nation of immigrants who share a vision, a commitment, and the offer of a brighter future through the opportunity that a college education affords you. Today, you can say you are proud graduates of Queensborough Community College who took advantage of the opportunities that were given to you. Queensborough has a rich heritage as part of the City University of New York. The president mentioned some of you will be attending City College. City, which is now part of CUNY, obviously, goes back to 1847, when it was called the Free Academy, because it was free. And it was established, interestingly, to educate the children of immigrants. And that mission really hasn't changed. Today, we continue to welcome and educate new Americans, and you are part of that tradition. Queensborough is a wonderful college for a lot of reasons, but because of its president, Diane Caw, its administration, faculty, and students. And Dr. Caw has been president for the past 5 years, and she has an amazing story to tell. She started as an intern, and many of you may have internships. I have interns in my Albany office and in my Flushing office. But she rose through the ranks through ability and perseverance and dedication and commitment to become a full professor and then provost, and ultimately she achieved her role as president of the college. But her focus has always been on creating a student-centered environment, whether helping at-risk students or ensuring that instructional services and service programs are actually benefiting the students and creating innovative pedagogical programs and curricula to improve your learning experience. And Dr. Caw has shown the impact that a dedicated administrator can have on students, faculty, and the community, and we owe a tremendous thank you and a debt of gratitude to Dr. Caw. And I've been to the college on many occasions, and I am amazed when I stand there and Dr. Caw, and the students come up to Dr. Caw and talk to her, and they understand that she is on their side. She's on your side. She wants to make your educational experience the best it possibly can be. And she knows so many of you by name. And I must tell you, when I went to college, nobody knew, the administration certainly didn't know my name. Last year, New York became the first state in the nation to provide free college tuition for families earning up to $110,000. And I'm particularly proud of that because I had introduced a bill for years, even at the time when I chaired the Higher Education Committee in the Senate that provided for free tuition. And fortunately, Governor Cuomo had the vision to understand that higher education should be just a continuation of education in high school and elementary school. And we've got to think of education as pre-K through college. And this program is called the Excelsior Scholarship because Excelsior is the New York State motto, and it means ever upward. And higher education at Queensborough is going ever upward. As the abolitionist Harriet Tubman said, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, she said, that you have the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. And soon, I hope that we will have more dreamers to achieve their educational goals because we need to pass the DREAM Act. Because all New Yorkers, no matter how they arrived in this country, should have the same opportunity to succeed. The poet Maya Angelou wrote, "It is time for parents to teach young people early on that in diversity there is beauty and there is strength." We care about diversity and we care about new Americans. In New York, we build bridges of understanding and respect, not walls of isolation and separation. So let us endeavor to protect our immigrants, to fight bigotry and discrimination. Let us resist intolerance and racism, and let us stand up and fight for the American dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Stavisky. It is a true pleasure to welcome the Honorable David Weprin, member of the New York State Assembly and a long-time and strong friend to Queensborough Community College.
Thank you, President Caw. And as many of you know, this is President Caw's last year as president, and she has served this great institution with tremendous leadership she's been involved with Queensborough for 47 years, but for the last 8 years as first interim president and then the first woman president of Queensborough Community College. She's been an outstanding leader, and I just wanted to present her with his official Assembly proclamation. Good morning, honored guests, distinguished faculty, parents, and of course, the Queensborough Community College graduating class of 2018. It is true. It is truly an honor for me to be at QCC's 57th commencement ceremony. Give yourselves a moment to take in this historic day. Today is a result of your hard work and dedication, a testament to your character instilled in you by your community, your family, and your friends. Your QCC degree is proof of all these things, a symbol of what you have accomplished and a passport to future success. Your college career probably seemed to be a marathon of classes, projects, club meetings, job hunting, and countless other challenges. Some of you balanced your college career with other responsibilities, such as caring for a child or working at a job. Yet through it all, you charged forward, exceeding every expectation along the way. Words cannot express how proud I am of each and every one of you sitting here today. So as you graduate, don't forget to thank those who got you here. Of course, I'm referring to Google, Wikipedia, coffee, and of course, copy and paste. Also, as you go out into the business world, make sure you check at least 3 times before pressing reply to all. But in all seriousness, you are truly a remarkable group of young men and women that represent the best and brightest of Queens and New York City. Just looking around this gorgeous campus and the incredible diversity of its student body, one can immediately understand why QCC is truly the lifeblood of our communities and a cornerstone of our educational system. Queens is New York's largest and most diverse borough. If one were to travel across the borough, they would hear more than 160 languages spoken and meet residents from more than 120 different countries around the world. The students at QCC are representative of the world's borough that we all love and cherish. They represent the values we hold dearly in Queens: mutual respect, understanding, and acceptance. To all the graduates here today, I can say, on behalf of myself, the New York State Assembly, and the state of New York, that we are immeasurably proud of all of you. I admire your steadfast determination and your hunger for success. Now, the road ahead will be similar to what you have experienced in college. There will be tasks, projects, assignments, deadlines, and responsibilities. You will be tested and graded in different ways. You will be expected to reach certain goals and objectives, but as you have already proven, you'll be able to handle those obstacles and power through them. Although we use commencement as a synonym for graduation, commencement actually means beginning or start. So when my children graduated, I asked them one very important question about their future, and your parents may ask you that same question tonight. When are you moving out? As you embark on your careers, each one of you will find a way to change the world in some way. The world welcomes those who strive to better themselves and those who work to make the world a better place. Armed with a great education and the support of those closest to you, the class of 2018 will be an inspiration for your families, your community, and those that you touch. At every turning point in your lives, remember the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Congratulations.
Thank you, Assemblymember Weprin. As a community college in the City University of New York, one of our incredible, strong bodies of support in the legislature is the New York City Council, and we are very pleased to welcome Council Member Barry Rudenchik, who represents Queensborough, not just in terms of a district, but in terms of advocacy on behalf of our students.
Dr. Caw, I want to thank you for that very nice introduction. If my parents of blessed memory were here, my mother would have enjoyed it greatly, and my father probably would not have believed it. So thank you very much. I did not. The good news, young people gathered before me, is I did not write a speech. That's the good news. I got to tell you something. This coin has two sides. It's also the bad news. So, would I have a half an hour? Yes. I come after my distinguished colleagues, Senator Stavisky and David Weprin. I, like you, am a kid from Queens. And I've grown up here my whole life. I grew up in New York City public housing right by Queens College. I live in this community. My wife, who is a professor at Nassau Community College, and my son, David, who is now a student at Queens College. And I just want to leave you with one message today. I'm not going to speak for long. And I want you to promise yourself that you are never, ever, ever going to be afraid to take chances, and you are never, ever, ever going to be afraid to fail, because it is in the failure that we learn. When I was a young boy, my father would say to me, when something went wrong, he'd look at me and say, "What did you learn?" And to this day, I have to tell you something. I still make mistakes every single day. The biggest mistake, I think, is getting out of bed, but, you know. But I learn each and every day, and that is true of Dr. Caw, who is leaving us after 47 amazing years. Can we get a round of applause for this incredible woman? So please don't be afraid to fail. And the other thing you need to remember is that things just don't happen. Things happen because people get out of bed, they put on their clothes, they put on their shoes or sneakers, and they come to work or they come to school and they get things done. Not just for themselves, but for the entire community at large. I'm lucky to work with great people like Senator Stavisky and Assemblyman Weprin. We don't do it all. That's the secret. We don't do it all by ourselves. It takes, as Hillary Clinton said, an entire village. And the village of Queens is quite large. There are 2.3 million people in it. And we're the most diverse place on the face of the earth. And if you don't believe me, look to your left and look to your right, because we have the very, very, very best of what the world is willing to send us. And the truth of the matter is, people come here from all over the world, and they go through customs at JFK, and they get their baggage, and then they get on the Van Wyck Expressway, and they can't go anywhere, so they stay in Queens. That's the truth of the matter. So on behalf of myself and the 165,000 people I am honored to represent in the City Council, I think, Dr. Caw, we're going to have a going-away present for you. I think we need about another $700,000 to purchase a new building for Queensborough, and cross your fingers. I'm very excited, and I'm hopeful that within a few days, I'll be able to call Dr. Caw and tell her we've got that money. But in the meantime, go out, enjoy yourself. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Council Member Grodenchik. If you're going to give us $700,000, you can come more often. I am pleased to introduce the Honorable Ken Sunshine, who will bring greetings as a member of the CUNY Board of Trustees.
Thank you, President Caw, General Counsel Martinez, illustrious guests. You have three terrific public officials here, faculty, families, most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I'm honored to honor you. You are the pride of CUNY, and you're the pride of New York. Because of your hard work and sacrifice, you will receive a priceless degree from one of the city's best schools. You should be overjoyed and proud. Give thanks to family, friends, everybody who's guided you along the way, especially the terrific faculty here. You've reached the finish line, but you're really paused for the start of the next chapter of your careers. My only message to you is look to the future, be bold and dream big. Be agents of change and make the world better for the next generation, starting right here in New York City. Engage in your communities. Speak up for those who cannot. Serve your city and your fellow New Yorkers with pride and integrity. Many of you were born in countries from throughout the world. We New Yorkers embrace our diversity, celebrate our differences, and know that America's strength lies in welcoming new immigrants. CUNY has never and will never join the anti-American call to deport, to bar, to stigmatize. But if I leave you with one very simple action plan, and this is not one of my radical ideas, but I think it's terribly important, particularly in the last 2 years, I challenge you to demand that everyone you know, every friend, every family member, every casual acquaintance, exercise their most privileged right as an American, the power to vote. No excuses. No, they make it so hard. It's not that hard. Many died for the right to gain the right to vote. It's the very essence of our social contract. There are many more who agree with a real New Yorker's embrace of diversity and inclusion. Please never fail to exercise the simple power of the ballot box. And I think you all know what I'm referring to, what happened in the last 2 years, because people, particularly of your generation, didn't vote. Never let that happen again. We expect great things from all of you. I've no doubt that all of you have the talent and the passion to change this crazy world. On behalf of all of CUNY, I extend my sincere hope for a very successful future. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Trustee Sunshine. Bringing greetings from the Chancellor is General Counsel and Vice Chancellor for Legal Affairs, Loreto Martinez.
Thank you, President Caw, and good morning. It's a great pleasure to be here and extend greetings to you on behalf of CUNY's Chancellor. So I want you to know I've been looking around this morning at the audience, and this is my third CUNY graduation in the last couple of days, and I want to let you in on a little secret. You're the best looking graduating class so far. I am very honored to share this important day with all of you and to convey congratulations to you and your families. Although I'm relatively new in my role as the head lawyer for the CUNY system, I've already had the privilege of working with President Caw, and I know that you share my admiration for her long and dedicated service to Queensborough Community College. 47 years is simply awe-inspiring. Although today marks the end of your time at QCC, this is just the beginning of a lifelong journey of education, discovery, and service. I'm honored to participate today at what I know is only your first graduation from a CUNY college and beyond. So picking up on the themes that were mentioned today of getting things done, working on behalf of others, and dreaming, I'd like to leave you with a couple quotes that I hope you'll ponder as you head out into the world as newly minted graduates of Queensborough Community College. These quotes are from Latino leaders, one of whom I hope many of you are familiar with, Dolores Huerta, and another is from a young man whose name I won't reveal because he's an undocumented student, but he's a leader nonetheless. So in reflecting on how diverse coalitions of people can work together to bring justice for others despite difficult local, state, or national conditions, Dolores Huerta has said two things. The first is, we can't let people drive wedges between us because in the end, there is only one race, the human race. She also said something slightly more political. Never confuse our government with our country. The other quote is from my former anonymous student for the time being, who was reflecting on the use of the term dreamer. He said, "Don't call me a dreamer, because that means to me a person who may have lofty dreams or ideals, but doesn't necessarily accomplish them. The world is not for dreamers, but for doers who work hard to make their dreams and those of others come true." He said, "Call me a doer." So again, on behalf of the Chancellor, congratulations to each and every one of you today, all the graduates and all the doers that are here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Martinez. Bringing greetings on behalf of the faculty, Dr. Philip Pecorino, Chairperson of the Faculty Executive Committee.
Thank you. I have a gift for you. No notes, no speech, 1 minute or less. On behalf of the faculty, we congratulate you. You're about to receive a degree. It's a symbol that when you set your mind to achieve something, you can do it. No easy thing, this degree. I want to thank you for all that hard work. I want to thank your family and friends who assisted you in various ways to achieve what you have. I beg you to remember that and pay it forward. I want to thank you for assisting faculty, teaching us what works, what doesn't work, and helping us to become better teachers. And I want to say this, as you commence that journey that'll last who knows how long and take you who knows where. Remember the ethos of our community here. Practice mutual respect and understanding, and try to be kind to as many people as you can possibly be. It will help all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pecorino. From the college's Academic Senate, please welcome the Chair of the Academic Senate Steering Committee, Dr. Joel Koozai.
Good morning, 2018 graduates of Queensborough Community College. This is your graduation, an achievement with rewards you will now unlock. Keep learning. If you have learned anything, hopefully it is how to learn. Keep learning. You will now need to apply what you have learned. And as much as you may not want to hear it, there is still much to be learned. New discoveries await your experiments, your inquiries. New theories will displace the old ones. New languages to adapt to those worlds thus discovered. You have attained your degree, but it is part of a process that continues no matter where you are or what you do. If you seek an answer, if you have a goal, keep learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Koozai. Bringing greetings from your fellow students, the President of Queensborough's Student Government, who has served with honor and integrity throughout this year, Ms. Maybelline Salvador Vasquez.
Yurt. President Caw, esteemed faculty, staff, parents, and most importantly, the class of 2018. I would like to extend my warmest welcome today on behalf of the Queensborough Community College Student Government Association. My name is Mabeli Salvador Vasquez. It has been my privilege and my pleasure to serve as your student government president this year. I want to thank the other members of the Student Government Board of 2018 for their dedication, hard work, and spirit. You are amazing friends, but valued colleagues. Thank you for being on this crazy journey with me. Throughout my time as a student leader, I have learned that if you work hard and stay focused on your dream, you will be successful. I am the first in my family to go to college. I proudly consider myself Mexican American. Born to immigrant parents who came to the US to give their kids a better future. My story is not unique. Out there, we have students from 127 different countries. Some of you might be parents trying to provide a better future for your children. Some may hold full-time jobs while being full-time students. It hasn't been an easy road for some of you. We honor your achievements. Regardless of wherever we come from, we all work together towards the same purpose. We are all working side by side, pursuing the American dream. In the audience, we have future educators, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, artists, and other future leaders who will guide us to a new era. Your education in the future might not be in a classroom. It may come through life experiences. Stay hungry for knowledge. Stay woke. Stay woke. At Queensborough, you have been empowered. Stay engaged in your community, in your city, with your peers. Whatever challenges or criticism you encounter in your journey, remember not to forget that you only need to take one more step towards reaching your purpose. I am forever thankful to Queensborough for giving me the opportunity to grow as a person, a student, and help me to pursue my career goals. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Use your education to make a difference and to empower and inspire those around you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Salvador. She's still president. With us on the platform are many distinguished guests. They are not speaking, but please do join me in acknowledging our visitors and our executives. Mr. Peter Tu, Executive Director of the Flushing Chinese Business Association and a founding member of Queensborough's Asian Community Advisory Board. Mr. Joseph Dubowski, board member of the Friends of Veterans New York, Inc., and an assistant professor adjunct in the business department. From the college, Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer Sherry Newcomb. Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Timothy Lynch. Vice Presidents Michelle Hodge, Rosemary Zins, William Faulkner, Stephen DiDio, and Denise Ward. Deans Liza Larios, Arthur Corradetti, Sandra Palmer, Brian Kerr, Kathleen Landy, and Jeffrey Chen. Representing our own Queensborough Community College Fund Board of Directors, who provide so many scholarships and opportunities for our students, Mrs. Ellie Ibarato. And finally, but hardly least, the chairpeople of our 16 academic departments. Thank you. Years ago, Queensborough celebrated its 7th commencement ceremony. This year, the college celebrates the Golden Jubilee of the class of 1968. That's 50 years, and I'm not good at math, but I can do that. We also are celebrating the silver anniversary of the class of 1993. Members of these classes have traveled back to Queensborough to reunite with their former classmates and to salute you, the class of 2018. From the 50th anniversary class, Claire Appel, Leslie Appel, Joanne Cicere, and Michael Feiner. And from the 25th anniversary class, Barbara Ahern, Marcia Campbell, Cicely Cruz, Vincent Franco, Ellen Hochstein, Kathy King, Cyrus Lacari, Naomi Palage Lovejoy, Ina Popo, Lois Johnson Rodney, Barbara Spadaro, Marvine Worrell Spencer, Roderick Stubbs, Roxanne Stubbs, and Sam Usessian. Also here today, in memory and honor of their wife, mother, and grandmother, is the family of Dana Rhodes. Welcome home, alumni. We now move to the portion of these ceremonies when we recognize those members of the graduating class who are receiving honors. It is my pleasure to present the college awards. Will the recipients please come forward as I call your name? The John F. Kennedy Memorial Award goes to the student demonstrating outstanding college and community leadership, Ms. Maybelline Salvador Vasquez. Maybelline will continue her studies at Queens College to study adolescent psychology. The Martin Luther King Jr. Award, presented to a student who has demonstrated exceptional leadership in promoting harmony and appreciation of cultural diversity, Ms. Nazia Bonori. Nazia is going on to Hunter to study neuroscience as a pre-med major. The President's Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Associate in Arts degree is Ms. Joelle Desrosiers. Joelle is going to study at SUNY Old Westbury in the area of media communications for a career in radio. The President's Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Associate in Science degree is Ms. Z. Chelsea Chen. Ms. Chen was not able to be here today, but wanted you to know that she is happy to pursue her degree in accounting at Baruch. The President's Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Associate in Applied Science degree, Mr. Muhad Shamra. Mr. Shamra has received a scholarship to study electrical and computer engineering at the New York Institute of Technology for a career in design engineering. Graduates, as you have gained knowledge and developed values at Queensborough, so have I. With many faculty and staff, past and present, as my teachers, they taught me that nothing is impossible, but it is impossible to do nothing and remain a responsible member of your community. So I offer you one more lesson before you leave as graduates. And I share perspectives with you I have come to appreciate, not particularly as new ideas, but as a reminder to live your lives maintaining the values we share at Queensborough and to live them in balance. You will encounter new situations and people requiring judgments and decisions, some easy, others difficult. At each of these times, be mindful of the future, of yours and of those for whom you have responsibility. Your good instincts would probably lead you to the same conclusions. Embarking on these new experiences, I hope you will take a moment to take stock of yourselves. And when you do, this is my advice to you. Stay curious. This is the first step in acquiring knowledge rather than facts. And knowledge is the key to influencing people and circumstances, including your own. Value and act with fairness and with honor. Maintain your friendships. Invest in them over time, and always laugh with your friends. Stay in control of yourself. Focus and self-discipline can become instinctive and serve well in challenging times. Learn your craft, not just the theory, not just the application, but in your heart as well. Values and ethics will frame what you do and how you do it. Be ready. Prepare yourself through education and experience to create opportunities and, more importantly, to create choice. Take risks. Evaluate the environment and variables, minimize exposure to adverse outcomes, and balance confidence with adaptability. Do not squander your talents or other people's time. Respect and recognize others. See all people, important and ordinary, and acknowledge their contributions, significant or slight. And finally, do be constructive in your assessments, your attitudes, and your actions. I wish each of you the best and know the strengths that brought you to this day will continue and grow. Remember where you came from and know where you want to go. The journey may be challenging, but remember, as I began, per aspera ad astra, persevere through hardships to the stars.
Graduates, it is my pleasure to address you this morning. Congratulations on your accomplishments. You've worked hard to achieve your degrees, and that hard work is being recognized and celebrated today. Today is your commencement, and while that represents the culmination of your studies at Queensborough, it is important to remember that to commence means to begin. Today, therefore, marks not just the end of your studies at Queensborough, but the start of the next chapter of your lives. It is important to note as well that you are not alone in beginning this new chapter. Recently, our president, Dr. Diane Caw, has announced her retirement from CUNY effective this August. Dr. Caw's contributions have been many and lasting. She has overseen many notable projects and improvements, both on this campus and throughout the university. Indeed, as QCC celebrates its 57th year, Dr. Caw is finishing her 47th year of service to the campus, the City University of New York, and the communities that we serve. We want to acknowledge that record of service and wish her well in the next stage of her life. We are sure that she will remain an active member of the community that she has served and led for so long. One for every year of service. Take those for you, Diane. I'm sorry. We shall now proceed with the conferring of degrees and certificates. The candidates will be presented by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Timothy Lynch. Will the audience please refrain from applauding until degrees for each group have been conferred and certificates granted, although I know you're not going to do it. Will candidates for the degree of Associate Arts please rise? President Caw, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the Provost, Senior Vice President, and the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Arts with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining. Those students wearing a blue and white cord are graduating with honors. Students wearing a yellow stole are members of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society. Start.
Melanie Seabury. Victor Gittai. Demetria McFarlane. Brianna McFarlane. Andrea Tucker. Eric Moss. Shivani DeAndre. Magdala Boko. Joselle Desrosiers. Jamal Amer. Marvin Labate. Astriel Ramirez. Amanda Hoyos. Suli Yi Yang. Ivan E. Ambrose. Amawuni Agunowin. Shanora Roach. Shania Fribley. Rocio Barba. Cindy Kumar. Zoya Gregory. Maylin Zunin. Fabiola Quezada. Julio Fernandez Diaz. David Carpenter Alston. Kalivia Smallwood. Sojin Gansa. Jokan Martin. Irene Machas. Brian Lostano. Farid Castro Ituri. Nubaira Ahmed. Pamela Elani. Bibi Hanif. Nawal Mused. Nazia Warid. Maybelline Salvador Vasquez. Juan Terreros. Stephen Lugo. Princess Preston. Sabrina Aziz. Usha Dindial. Giselle Milan. Bridget Burns. Dominique Janice. Stephanie Russo. Mariana Arango Vasco. Wendy Orozco. Tasha Lofters. Paul Dorsey. Stephanie Sinatos. Bibi Persad. Asma Amin. Christine Rojas. Leticia Rodriguez. Nadika Lachmanath. Jessica Cornejo. Darlene Gonzalez. Indaria Katwaru. Felicia Rumble. Brittany Henry. Chasine Aya. William Diaz. Okay. Now? Sean Charles. Lisa St. Auban. Kellyanne Collins. Moses Martinez. Laurie Hughes. Stefania Sinona. Diana Molina. Rigel Machus. Yudon Lamo. Vanessa Taggle. Litzan Bolin. Venezia Blackwood. Fanny Ruiz. Paola Elise Dornagon. Carla Cardenas. Ashley Jean-Charles. Catherine Aldana. Rebecca Antoine. Kiemezi Uchegbu. Catherine Hanu. Amanda Mercado. Chelsea Joy Cabrega. Brunica Sukrash. Shakina Slough. Mariangeli Novas. Jessica Blaine. Yege Lim. Zondra Anton. Janice Gibson. Sophia Danois. Brian Edmondson. Diana Martinez. Laura Cianturi. Nanita Zavala. Kayla Saxton. James Hinton. Carolee Brown. Bertuli Pierre-Louis. Jenny Machado, Billy D. Davis, Francesco Di Caro, Kia Rogers, Sitora Rajabova, Lee Bennons,
Good job.
Zachary Alexander, Brittany Henry, Tiasia Uil, Perla Rodriguez, and Suida Jargi, Annie Thomas, Doreen Dickerson, Shanique Robertson, Destiny Jones, Angelica Goldfine, Shanika Banton, Cheyenne McLeod, Pulama Majumder, Pamela Ayala, Francisco Lake,
Wait 1 second.
Patrick Zing, Dinaja Campbell, Marcia Spleen, Rachel Jerome, Karishma Kamraj, Michael Fishback, James Dalton, Theodore Lau, Jadari Rivas, Amanda D'Onofrio, Carrie Lavelle, Tamira Gregg, Fariha Hope, Brianna Brito, Aris Bourdier Vargas, Terrence Morgan, Christopher Prasad, Jennifer Rojas, Michael Estonville, Mercedes Hurtado, Anthony Rubio, Merlin Salmeron Yans, Derek Blaine, Abril Torrero, Martin Chavez, Tammy Tom, Blessings McNeil, Paulina Clark, Shannon Jones, Evertonia Ellis, Algia Logan, Mehmed Sekic, William Carpio, Constantine Kalfas, Farah Rios, Jennifer Garcia Torres, Diana Grizzle, Roxana Bonito, Shanice Weller, Tiffany Pooh, Kadisha Fletcher, Dwayne Campbell, Georgiana Rojas, Susana Pandoja, Marie Goyilda Lafontaine, Stephanie Brito, Sasha Coronado, Peter Lewis, Jamie Hitzel. Alisa Mohammed. Hillary Akakama. Destiny Dalton. Un Jung Lee. James Delicato. Anthony Flores. Sheng Li. Nilde Frats Morales. Oh my God. Biwen Shi. Yancy Torres. Leslie Torres. Haimati SR. Rushida McLaughlin. Chanel Rambilas. Yumila De La Rosa. Seda Kadri. Michelle Montoya. Humaira Mirza. Gabriel Lopez. Gisela Lema. Taylor Negron. Alexander Jogovich. Justin Brueggemann. Ali Okole. Kalisha Brownson. Reva Ward. Camila Noesi. Sabrina Mishreta. Kiana Rothwell. Taylor Burgess. Timothy Dono. Gangandaya Sorhujmali. Hazel Ruiz. Jacqueline George. Nikedi Gail. Crystal Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch.
Aaron Thomas. Carmen Maldonado. Katie Brazzani. Shaquem Bryant. David Pabon. Luxora Burgess. Abina Kabir. Karima Hanley.
There's the last name down.
Anthony Vancola. Karina Villaba. Sandra Cornett. Rhonda Span. Isabella Girapola. Evelyn Burgos. Aileen Muhammad.
Aliyah?
Aliyah. Aliyah Muhammad. I got two. Okay. Sean Khan. Catherine Palma. Elsie Rabisas. Isaiah Gonzalez. Carolina Matos. Liana Chu. Jessica Angel. Samantha Cairo. Luz Galatino Cardona. Sylvia Martinez. Megan Lee. Bettina Baker. Umar Ali. Kalani Dub. Samantha Schwen. Alicia Avalia Vera. Selma Hussein. Samantha Garcia. Savina Benwari. Miguel Corazino. Brandon Thompson. Yolani Hu. Janet Alabama. Pemba De Lima. Belianca Castillo. Vanessa Caterari. Gerard McCrae. Alina Fordham. Ilion Shun. Diani Ferreira. Mihai Zunwan. Hey. Quan Huang. Corey Milner. Trayvon Shepard. Devon Shepard. Kamwadi Gumbrahani. Shabrani Brahadi. Melissa Hernandez. Hee Young Lee. Mohammed Noreri. Duhana Bent. Liberty Riveras. Liani Romero Soleos. Sharon Hardeen. Nisanti McNeil. Misty McNeil. Rashad Bobbitt. Elizabeth Yadgadara. Samantha Villacorta. Mary Ajalaja. Sharika Davis. Joanna K. Morris. Tasha Leary. Yudleri Rodriguez.
You see, what happened? What are you doing, Steve?
I read it.
So go next one.
Yoshani Anderson.
Where's your card? Did you read her card?
I did read her card. What's her name?
What's your name? Mary Tasha?
Mary Tasha. Larry Tasha.
Yes. Now you said her name already?
I said them all. I gave you all the cards. I said every name.
Maybe Rodriguez. There you go.
I said it already.
You said, go ahead,
Yoleti Rodriguez.
Say it again.
Joshua Anderson. Mioma Ali.
I gave you every card.
Adley Kosera. Yavari Javad. Andrea Buzan. Ladiri Gallo. Lady Gadaro. Emily Adegallo. Tumpa Sen. Sierra McCrae. Miriam Cateras Rivera. Anne-Marie Bandanzaga. Tanya Godland. Gisela Mate. Jason Chavez. Gabriela Figueroa. Maria Quintanera. How do you say it? Khalil Cox. Carrera Gaderos. Manpreet Kaur. Deborah Devira. Haith. Courtney Murphy. Brandon Johnson. Mark Christomanos. Sierra Sabir. Rupinder Kaur. Carolina Ferrier. Ishmael Pena Flores. Taraz Anderson. Thomas Sukaska. Kathy Mancebo. Brandon Lopez. Manzel Rufio. Last name? Yadira Kachauko. Viviana Tensenzelia. Erica Lacey Stein. Selena Lavala. Diana Lakey. Maxinga Lynn.
Thank you, Stephen. That's it for
That's
that
it?
one.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a Francesca. Take this one. Yeah, that was the second. You still going?
I'm still going.
Oh my God, Steve. We're gonna have that.
Will the graduates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science please rise?
That's all right, whatever, it's no problem.
Ready.
The candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science have assembled. President Caw, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Applied Science.
Upon the recommendation of the Senior Vice President and the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the Associate in Applied Science degree with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining.
This is the young kid with the. This young man.
Sindel Day. Wuhad Shamra. Alicia Rodriguez. Angelica Rodriguez. Christian Arroyo. Carl Belze III. Carlos Hernandez. Alexis Martinez. Kevin Conales. Johanna Franco. Paul Dennis Castanraro. Kevin Lopez. Yaje Yaho. Moninda Moltaneri. Rochelle Barnes. Pramati Downey. Fenelica Sanchez. Lauren Ann Espiritu. Leticia Ramirez. Joanna Vela. Shivani Tosari. Ginata Dila Ram Karan. Justin Joseph. Ferzan Verganga. Farhana Akita. Jinzen Jin. Haladia Malaja. Jerome Davis. Lyman Akia. Loveland Cower. Kimberly Roman. Evelyn Adamson. Camille Thompson. Marlene Porter. Elias Canales Perez. DeSamara Fernandez. Nancy Menendez. Courtney Gallagher. Kayla Casimir. Brianna Sotas. Akubaka Kasim. Kasera Jones. Marlena Akubar. Raphael Hackerman. David Mangafu. Natalia Luciano. Furiello Cordiao. Roxana Escobar. Sawadi Sajaha. Juan Daniel Lopez Flores. Linnell Savaradora. Atula Sharif. Colin Tran. Arlene Chavez. Daniel Gama Menunez. Sharesh Rani. Kevon Ruha. Rule. Narana Mitchell.
Wait.
Shabilia Amani.
I know you. Hey, how do you say that? Say it on the bottom.
Oh, Faith Aboala. Bill Olivres. Lucho Peliano. William Herrera. Brian Uderam. Jason Steinhardt. Yorana Canella. Daniel Buzon. Richard Guerrera. Rachel Humgali. Caitlin Gray. Tristan Grace. Destiny Green. Izzy Levine. Oops, oh. Nicholas McCoy. Harry Wilson Lopez III. Jonathan Nunez. Giovanni Langumas.
Sabina Sue Ann Kwan. Dylan Mordente. Zariah Edmonds. Sean Varela. Jonathan Santilon. Neftali Kratt. Tatiana Remy. Louis Colon. Yamilka Perez. Crystal DeLeon.
She did. It's before.
Jessica Villalobos. Sabina Parvin. Sergio Perez. Denzel Johnson. Christine Gerardo. Anna Palma. Ashley Smith. Nicholas Ramutar. Yanni Demetriadatis. Francis Cruz. Derek James Lawson. Anik Muhab. Hasib Haider. Shamal Biswas. Yusra Ahmed. Samrat Mondel. Henry Palomek. Michael Azamoah. Arshad Mahmood, Tamana Babur, Biraj Shijatan, Nusin Rahman, Isaiah Smith Fox, Carisha Prince, Dana Romano, Adebukola Balogun, Joshua Taffy, Jessica Lanos, Marie Colado, Anna Karina Ramos, Janelisa Reyes, Stephanie Damas, Ivan Zarate, Arinde Reyes, Diana McCauley, Rahimarj Najor, Kenneth Contreras, Brian Romero, Jose Cruz, Germas Guerrero, Kevin Gonzalez, Joanne Calas, Priscilla Quaishi, Keisha Holder, Marina Deskanchuk, Jillian Nee, Krista Little, Sherelle Parquez, Jacine Rice, Jeanette Adenian, Rafael Caceres, Karoma Popo, Jinli Chen, Estefani Almonte, Jessica Glass, Lisa Encarnacion, Tanya Martel Solis, Johanna Isela Valencia, Santos Rivas Zavala, Mark Jesse Schwartz, Elizabeth DeVivo, Fanny Bandy, Christina Scaglucio, Yifei Zhao, Alondra De Leon, Giovanni Dow, Lizabetta Pepcola, Oniji Edwards, Shamima Mamjudar, Fanu Ritika, Jodianne Humphrey, Nancy De Leon.
What? Yes, I think you're still going to read, and then Susan will go, and then if there's any, I'll read. Hello. Sorry. How did that go? Better.
Will the graduates for the degree in Associate in Science and for certificates please rise?
The candidates for the degree of Associate in Science have assembled, as are the candidates for certificates. President Caw, these candidates have met all requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Science and grant their certificates.
Upon the recommendation of the Senior Vice President and the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Science with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining, and I grant you your certificates.
Sedina Gui, Mike Buku, Daniel Moncayo, Nazia Bonori, Camille Sterling, Davisha Taylor, Demetrios Markenlisis, Jahaira Garcia, Christine Duguay, Ana Gutierrez, Elijah Colon, Jocelyn Alaya, Adana Bastian, Nicholas Reyes, Joaquim Williams, Star Asia Cricklow, Dwayne Lee, Justina Stepien, Erica Bonilla, Juduma Chirilos, Komal Chahal, Saida Tasneem, Yobana Santos, Eric Schweiger, David Estrada, Destiny Howlett, Ashley Pasalau, Alize Sipan, Shabana Warsi, Zobita Persad, Nicholas Saavedra, Shuang Hu, Marlon Rosas, Sylvia Perez, Joan McGranahan, Portia Rippey, Quanisha Moore, Louise Dillon Maryland, Ebony Best, Victoria Fields, Berlande Birmingham, Perpetual Achuarte, Layla Vegas, Jamil Nicholson, Rena Matadine, Jacqueline Carchi, Sarah Aguirre, Catherine Sosa, Kimberly Reyes, Ashfaq Ali Ayon, Zhangmei Jin, Anuradha Rampersad, Marie Jessica Rojas, Jasmine Michelle Gilden, Sana Hanif, Cassandra Pedrosa, Floyd Pantaleon, Marissa Haralao, Alicia Stout, Michelle Meza, Amali Torres, Hasina Abduli, Lynette LaRoca, Jose Bentances, Matthew Tribel, Shara Gafour, Nicole Magpanti, Joshua Diaz, Elena Alvarez, Nyla Ferguson, Lucia Duran, Marian Estrella, MD Khan, MD Udin, MD Hossein, Anavash Rampersad, Tamil Sparing, Alex Gordon, Ariel Hegwig Saul, Tanisha Campbell, Sutanya Johnson, Dennis Johnson, Tatiana Smith, Celine Wallace, Marianne Louie, Chrislyn Cerezo, Linda Wang, Prishan Ramnan, Adonis Monroe, Chris Estriplet, Nakaya Bastion, Costley Pierre, Sierra Sams, Jing Yi Chin, Long Mei Tian, Gwen Z, Jahed Hossein, Matab Islam, Lynette Ford, Jerry Sabano, Prince Sajdeva, Saul Matthias, Darwin Maurice, Shoshana Whitaker, Eileen Altamar, Fiza Khan, Johanna Salto, Ma Rashid, Alden Jules, Nicholas Cuevas, Melissa Duncan Chavanez, Lisa Husseini, Jennifer Macias, Amanda Supbi, Stephanie Cheong, Dewan Mayo, Ashley Ortiz, Carolina Delgado, Ji Yang,
Natalie Ramirez, Simone Ferguson Brait, Tamina Baba Muradova, Rowan Abdallah, Manhur Wajid, Alfred Di Silvestri, Imani Johnson, Tanjila Sadia, Jarin Mao, Simranjeet Kaur, Lavani Zaman, Nicholas Politis, Sumaya Noor, Shazadi Ali, Landis Richards, Kristen Solomon, Maruk Sohali, Daniela Vigil Navarrete, Jacqueline Slater, Edgar Barrios, Benjamin Arroyo, Brian Vasquez, Jeffrey Escobar, Annie Virella, Alinda Chekic, Yuki Zhang, Yiwei Wu, Menji Shu, Sanja Milkovich, Kayana Johnson, Olga Maestrenko, Juanita Barrera, Chao Ning Yu, Rosita Cheng, Balwant Rampersad, Sidwan Lee, Yan Piao, Ziyun Chen, Juan Jaramillo, Humaira Faija, Arlene Kacharani, Anjali Gaba, Kushpreet Kaur, Jatish Sahadio, Chante Guy, Leslie Ramirez Medrano, Kevin Rojas, Daisy Muniz, Shirley Rothwell, Nicole Roopsing, Alexandra Salome Castro, Chantal Gale, Neogia Joe, Quincy Pindling, Diana Munjin, Preetha Alisa Narin, Neri Susan, Tulipri, Tabitha Coleman, Tamata Dabo, Monique Ritchie, Maya Gutierrez, Kavita Hari Prashad, Andreas Nicholas Louise, Grace Mena, Tanisi Velasquez, Nusrat Shali, Charlene Boateng, Carlos De Leon, Mohad Nurani, Davinderjeet Singh, Joyonto Das, Jonathan Fialos, Sally Marlene Humphreys, Chinithia Hamilton, Ashley Yepes, Aylin Agudo, Mohammed Tawhidul Islam, Sarida Autar, Hassa Lord, Cloud Marley Moreland, Nisonia O'Connor, Agatha Kumar, Michaela Wigfall Maxwell, Ashma Khan, Jahira Begum, Sabiha Begum, Angel Rodriguez, John Jerome, Dimitri Tumaras, Mohammed Shafiq, Jessica Constantinez, Miguel Fernandez, Alexander Almeida, Mithun Pal, Jaspreet Bista, Kevin Cheng, Florencia Samuel, Letitia Charles, Blake Backus, Danielle Campbell, Daniela Costa, Imani Pearson, Michelle Borg, Yesenia Gailindo, Travis Hardison, Anthony Caraballo, Michael Thompson, Ashley Farias, Sabrina Tolentino, Samuel Galarza, Tiara James, Keisha Moffett, Tyree Burns, Anna Gratzett, Everton Stevenson, Ghulam Farouk Shirzad, Manu Absadullah, Estefany Guerra, Danielle Chopra, Jing Liu, Jeffer Valarderas, Jason Grant, Nicole Franco, Nazia Islam, Liliana Gomez, Andreen Gibson, Anthony Manzo, Karina Ovales, Christopher Harris, Matthew Wormsley, Anthony Michelli, Nathaniel Romaine, Ina Okoro, James Hicks, Natalie Polanco, Diana Wu Zheng, Marlon Rodriguez, Anthony Acevedo, Natalie Ramirez, Edward Noel, Shanice Jackson, Nabia Bruler, Ruberkis Pena Rodriguez, Glorinel Feliz, Juan Reyes, Nathaniel Lamberti, Shanae Onofre, Joseph Gariti, Gianni Albert, Nilsa Montano, Paul Gilbert Mariano, Ashley Tom, Kristen Barnakel, Atana Soki, Janine Atana Soki, Kayling Wang, Jayu Shu, Mercedes Carlin, David Morea, Angelica Moreira Garcia, Cindy Nunez del Arco, Camila Torres, Maria Camila Cañon, Noni Richardson, Mark Anthony Orejuela, Josephine Deon,
Koozai Water.
Atasha Muhak, thank you. Koozai Waters, Alejandra Perez, Tiffany Moyer, Diane Caw, Melanie Bermejo, Wilmer Rodriguez, Rianuka Ramdat, Malensky St. Louis, Justice Bove Dominich, Anthony Govia, Gypsy Chang, Brianna Dennis, Cresmeli Espinal, Ila Ilias, Aline Latortu, Joshua Robinson Armstrong Basu, Dejon Whetstone, Elizabeth McKay, Kristen Galloway, Kashuni Gama Rolalaji, Marcus Kali Charum, Raheem Zadran, Valeska LaFrance, Dominic Brown, Sabrina Singh, Joseph Johnson, Janice Chan,
Mohammed Hanif, Bibi Mohammed, Shameen Kreshi, Nashley Corona, Amoy Williams, Lady Cardenas Martinez, Brittany Dawson, Fatima Sintaj, Miraj Ahmed, Patrick Ross, Shaquille Carroll, Jessica Chrysler, Yesenia Lucero, Julio Salas, Judy Vasquez, Lamar Shabir, Zarifa Amadi, Alan Viveros, Alvin Busundial, John Kemp, Matthew Ayala, Carl Zeeb, Rovina Allen, Dennis Ulloa, David Lopez, Jasmine Gonzalez, Natasha Bailey, Krasimir Drazovich, Natalia Calderon, Reshma Prasad, Amanda Rondonis, Luigi Salici, Samuel Adelson, Fatima Khalil, Myra Farouk, Isaiah Hippolyte, Angel Kato, Chandrasekhar Trubawan, Nicole Western, Michelle Coelho, LaDawn Fell, Jating Bai, Miguel Vera, Sandra Velarde, Ashley Renazo, Kandokar Islam, Christian Leva, Tatiana Howard, Richard Telford, Karen Johnson, Amar Latimore, Jonathan Sidat, Dariani Calderon Ogando, Ira Mai Herrera, Shanine Festus, Walande Fanor Posse, Henry Cardenas, Ariel Valle, Kaisha Novembre, Kimara Barnes, Hong Kei, Abdulrahman Falata, Karima Wright, Ruby Baker, Shaquan Zeng, Jennifer Hidalgo. Oh, one more. Marlisha Edmond.
Thank you. Oh my God. Oh, is it here or out? I want to go to liquid ones. Not now. Hello.
Okay. Will the class of 2018 please stand? In recognition of the conferment of your degree, please move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left side. Congratulations. As these ceremonies come to a close, please remain in your places for the recessional until all members of the platform party have exited. Afterward, you are invited to meet with your faculty by the department banners displayed along the track. Your teachers and the staff who played such an important part of your lives congratulate you and wish you well. Thank you all for being with us today. Godspeed.